Look up, Lexington. The Goodyear blimp is soaring over our city today. Chris James shared these great shots with Chris's At Kentucky weather feed, capturing the blimp gliding over downtown and the big blue building.
So if you thought you saw it, you were right.
Yes.
Good evening. Welcome to WKYT News at 6. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Destiny Quinn. The blimp came just in time, and while things have calmed down, we are bracing for some stormy weather this weekend.
Have to watch that. It is a first alert weather day.
State police are investigating a murder after a body was found at a home in Breathitt County. Up next, police search for 2 suspects involved in a Lexington homicide. A new report from Kentucky legislators says the state's housing shortage is growing. A bill that would keep cell phones out of Kentucky classrooms just passed the state house unanimously.
I'm not mad.
So don't judge me.
Oh, I'm not mad.
My 96-year-old grandma deserves a 3-piece. So there, it's a done deal. It's settled. Yes, we've got great stuff. We've got Sorry here. I see a Frozen outfit. You do distillery tours year-round.
Year-round.
Tell us about those.
We're open 7 days a week.
As we watch severe weather rolling into our region, we're also following 2 shooting investigations. One of them is deadly. WKYT's Jessica Umbro was in Oldham County and explains what the manual does and why AG Coleman says it's so important. It's our top story at 6. All hands on deck out here at Vincent Pfister Moving and Storage. We've got so many boxes behind us. I'm going to show you what we've got here. We've got pens and pencils, zipper pouches. Now, Victor had to educate me on what a greasy pig competition is. The more you know, I guess. The fun begins Saturday with a 5K at 8 a.m. and the pie gets cut at noon.
Well, you're from Arkansas. I think
I should know, right?
You should have known, yeah.
We'll hear from Lucy Cole live in just a minute about the mess drivers faced. But first, let's check in with First Alert meteorologist Jim Caldwell. Jim, there's more snow on the way. WKYT's Lucy Cole is live at a gas station near exit 104. Lucy, what do things look like right now? We've got another beautiful day ahead of us. Jim, I could get used to these 70s.
It's nice, isn't it?
The crash happened yesterday on Tates Creek Road. 3 cars were involved. The Fayette County coroner identified the victim as Carrie Danielle Griffin. 2 other people were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The White House is responding to nationwide economic fear and panic, calling it, quote, a period of economic transition. The concerns follow significant stock market losses in recent days and major concerns over a trade war. Economists say tariffs against China, Mexico, and Canada are likely driving those concerns. The Trump administration blames it on Biden.
Joe Biden left.
And in the Senate, lawmakers approved Senate Bill 75. It would lower the concealed carry weapon age from 21 to 18. 5 Republicans voted against the bill, with 6 other Democrats. It now goes to the House. You can expect some heavier traffic in downtown Lexington. The KHSAA Girls Sweet 16 tips off today. And remember the Octo Mom? She tells all in a new series. Danya Backus has your Eye on Entertainment. I love John Mulaney, but I've got to go back to Octo Mom. I have so many questions.
So I guess you were a child when that all happened?
Yeah, I don't really remember that, so I'm going to have to watch it and find out my answers.
It was an odd story.
And a new warning about microplastics. Michael George has the details in this Better Living report. The global trade war could be escalating again. It's in response to the European Union's retaliation against Trump's steel and aluminum tariffs. In a social media post, Trump said the new tariff will go into effect unless the EU rescinds a 50% tariff imposed Wednesday on U.S. spirits. America's spirits industry said it was bracing for pain from the retaliatory tariffs. Kentucky Democratic Congressman Morgan McCarvey says the tariffs would be disastrous for one of the state's biggest industries.
These tariffs are...
I have such a low pain tolerance. I want to be just like that Novocaine guy.
You know, I feel like there's a downside. At some point, you're just covered in bruises and you don't know why.
I don't know. If you don't feel it, it's fine.
There you go.
And the long-term health impacts of hunger. Michael George has the details in this Better Living report. Tanisha Castle won the title of Miss Heart of Central Kentucky in August of last year. Her title is fitting, given her heart for serving others.
My dad, while he was working, he got a cut on his arm and he had to have surgery. And through that surgery, he was given pain medication that eventually he built a tolerance to. And someone introduced him to a substance that would help him with the pain.
Tanisha Castle didn't know her dad was struggling with drug addiction until she was a teenager.
And then I started feeling angry towards him, and because I didn't understand exactly what was happening. But Whenever he decided to go into recovery, we sat down and we had the hard conversation of what his drug addiction is like in his life and how it affects me as his child.
Unfortunately, he slipped back into using.
That day would be one that I'd never forget. I lost my dad in January of 2023 when I was 15 years old.
Hoping to save another child from the pain she's felt since that day, she has turned his story into her mission.
It is a way that I cope, in a way that I grieve, but it's a great way that I can continue on his legacy.
Tanisha has a program called Don't Miss the Mark that she takes to recovery centers.
And I lead them in a vision board activity where I talk to them about the physical mark left on the body, the mark left on their mental health, and the mark left on their family and friends through their drug addiction. I want you guys to be creative and make it your own vision board, make it however you want it to be.
The vision board is supposed to illustrate what they want their future to look like.
It just had a lot of positive quotes on it, a lot of things like that, things about the future that I want to achieve, keep my sobriety, be a better father. I want to go back to college.
Dylan Collett has been staying at the New Vision Recovery Center for a month and a half. He says Tanisha's story put things into perspective.
No matter who you are, you can be affected by, addiction. It doesn't hurt just you, it hurts a lot of people around you.
I've not been the dad I should be. I just been like a picture in Mom's wallet and not been there for him when I should be and done things with him I wanted to do, and that's what I'm looking forward to. He's 10 and he needs me around, and I want to be there. I miss him.
Nick Worrell has struggled with drug abuse for 20 years. He plans to use his vision board as a reminder.
I know I was clean when I did this and a good mindset, and it helps me look to the future. I know I can do it. I don't have to give up or no reason to.
CEO and founder of New Vision Recovery Center, Amanda Nichols, is impressed by what Tanisha is doing.
Substance abuse and mental health within itself holds a strong and heavy stigma. So someone her age that is standing up for what she believes in and for wanting to make a difference is huge.
At 17 years old, Tanisha has already left her mark, and she's only just begun.
I just hope that I can inspire other people, whether they're going through drug addiction themselves or have someone that is going through drug addiction in their life, that I can touch their hearts. And I may not have been able to save my father, but hopefully I can save someone else's father or their family member and friends.
Tanisha plans to attend the University of Alabama in the fall, where she plans to major in addiction and recovery. She says that one day she hopes to become an addiction and recovery therapist and maybe even open up her own facility.
Are you excited for snow?
Absolutely not.
I know not everyone's excited for snow, but it looks like it is right around the corner.
Just got to mentally prepare.
Exactly.
Thanks, Alexa. Well, runners can get some help preparing for next year's Kentucky Derby Festival Mini Marathon and Marathon. The headliner for the 2025 Hillbilly Days in Pikeville has been announced. Dwight Yoakam, joined by the Mavericks, will perform at the Appalachian Wireless Arena. The performance will be on April 26th. Tickets go on sale November 22nd at 10 a.m. They'll also be available at the Community Trust Bank box office or on Ticketmaster. A star from The Office takes on a Hallmark Christmas movie, and Taylor Sheridan's newest series debuts this weekend on Paramount+. Danya Backus has your Eye on Entertainment. Coming up on WKYT News, a look at today's top health stories, including the simple change that could add 5 years to your life.
And while he was here, Quarles gave weather forecasting a try.
Here he is at our green screen.
Please prepare some good news in a couple weeks.
He even did the weather hands like he was pushing.
And mentioned the groundhog, yeah.
I'm impressed. And you could hear Chris Bailey there telling Quarles he's hired.
I want every guest on Kentucky Newsmakers to have to do that now.
Me too. Pressure's on.
Melting so that I mean,
why
it's
would
nice
you
being around them.
We love having her here.
Why would you want any melting?
No.
Look at that
This
face.
is the best
Look
part
at
of the
this.
show.
Yeah.
Right
Are you
here.
having fun coming here?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we got
She
one
is.
word out of her. Normally I can't get her to stop talking, but
Gotta wave to everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
Destiny Quinn, we appreciate you being here
Thanks
tonight
for
Amber,
having me.
right? You can catch Destiny 7 to 9 on the CW Lexington and on our
10 a.m.
mid-morning.
Yep, that's right.
All right.